Meet Richard Li, a 33-year-old bachelor enjoying a quiet night out with some friends in Hong Kong.
They took me to the Gymkhana Club. Have you been there in Delhi?
Few clues here to suggest that in the past few months he's built up one of the world's top 5 telecom companies and pulled off the biggest takeover in Asian history. For all that, Richard Li personifies all the risks, absurdities and potential of the internet revolution. This is mission control for Richard Li's global operations, the Hong Kong headquarters of his flagship company, Pacific Century CyberWorks.
What we want to be remembered for is that we were one of the earliest pioneers in delivering information and services to the mass and be able to enable companies to be competitive in a new economy.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to build this enormous critical mass of internet activity. It's a phenomenal gamble because actually they've delivered zilch so far.
Yes, I got it. A bunch of... Oh, no, it's okay.
It's a gamble the world's bankers seem happy to take. They fell over themselves to lend Richard Li billions of dollars as he put together his surprise bid for control of Hong Kong Telecom, the biggest private sector employer in town.
Ultimately, no, I'm only interested in a traditional media company and we need control of that.
In the process, Li scored a few points by outmaneuvering Rupert Murdoch.
I don't think $2 billion US is not a lot.
Cash.
Cash component, all you need is $2 billion.
Cash.
All you need is $2 billion and you take it.
Richard Li has been a media mogul since his early 20s, when he set up a satellite television channel, selling it 5 years later for nearly 8 times the original investment. He's used to getting his own way.
When Richard Li started the Pacific Century Group, he was very, very famous among people who worked for it and had anything to do with it for being just astonishingly obnoxious. You know, he would regularly communicate with the staff through the so-called squawk box, the intercom system, you know, yelling at people, telling them that they had to jump to do this, that and the other, you know, expecting them to be there at 4 o'clock in the morning for a meeting, this sort of stuff.
Li says he's learned his management lesson.
The Hitler model doesn't work, let's put it that way.
He's now playing for high stakes in a race to create the world's dominant broadband company, owning the new high-capacity links and what's delivered through them. Li is putting his money where his mouth is. He's pumping more than $1.5 billion US into his new content provider. He calls it Network of the World, or NOW. Half a world away, this grey exterior in London houses NOW's headquarters. Billed as a totally new form of interactive entertainment, tailored for both the internet and traditional television, NOW is meant to become the boiler room to fuel Li's global network.
Is that cool?
That's cool.
So, of course, these all represent individual members of the cyber audience who are represented.
Can we do it again
so that we can? This is there's a competition on air where the gamers actually battle in real time on TV.
Richard Li is a regular visitor to NOW's headquarters as his expanding team prepares to roll out its full service.
This is our actual channel for the first time. This is a senior producer, very senior.
Hi.
Sarah.
Richard. Very nice. Nice to meet you. Hi. Hi, how are you doing?
NOW's rate of growth would astonish anyone unfamiliar with the accelerated world of the web.
Oh my God.
I know.
One thing NOW is creating is jobs. It employs more than 300 of what it says are the brightest brains in the business. Within a few months, Li aims to employ more than 1,000 here, all dreaming up brand new forms of entertainment.